Hi, everyone. This is your November 2023 forecast. We'll ask Spirit what's in store for you. What are the energies for the month of November? And it's also my month. So happy birthday to all of my fellow Scorpios out there. And at the latter part of November, of course, is moving towards Sagittarius. So, yeah, let's go ahead and check out what's in store for you guys. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective. Let's see, what are the energies or what's in store for you guys for the month of November 2023? Okay, you got here Ace of Needles. Wow, Nine of Needles. Hangman in reverse. Okay. We have Eight of Candles. Next, we have Seven of Needles in reverse. Oops, a lot of cards. Just get one more. And then we have here Knight of Potions. Bottom of the deck. Wow, you got the Sun card. Okay, now this is pretty nice for the collective. Here's what I'm actually hearing. Actually, while I was shuffling, I was hearing a lot of messages. I really don't know where to start, but the first message that came through is that there's definitely going to be a breakthrough, all right, for the month of November for the collective, especially for those who are resonating, in which you're trying to find some sort of like a clarity about something, or you can't put your finger on it and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so confused right now. I don't know what to do. You've been trying to overanalyze your situation. You've been trying to seek for some answers, all right? And it seems to me that maybe you've been doing it for quite some time and you're not yet getting the answer or the clarity that you're searching for. Well, this November, I'm really seeing a breakthrough, okay, which is really fantastic. Another message that's coming through is that for some of you guys, there may be an important message, all right? Because I notice there's a lot of swords energies over here, and swords, it's equivalent to thoughts or communication. But I'm also getting communication, especially with the Eight of Candles over here, all right? So some of you might even get an important announcement, or it can be a message that you've been waiting for a long time, whatever this is for you, since this is a collective reading, okay? And then lastly, there's also kind of like a warning for the collective to carefully observe or examine the situation before you actually jump into the conclusion, or before you actually decide about something, though, all right? That could also be an advice for some of you guys, or a warning, because I'm hearing that some of you may be surprised that what you have been thinking about all these times, or maybe, for instance, this is just an example, you might be kind of like thinking that this is the reality, or this is what is the truth, but then only to find out that it's the complete opposite. You get what I'm saying? I actually heard that very, very strongly for someone watching this collective reading. So just be mindful before you actually, not necessarily judge a situation, but before you actually either decide or think that this is it, carefully examine things, all right? Observe the situation. Pay attention to details before you come up with your final decision, or a conclusion. That's more of like what I'm getting. But all in all, honestly, I'm seeing here that this is also a month in which, for those who are resonating with, you've been kind of like put on hold for a while, or maybe there were some stuck, stagnant energies for the past few months, past few weeks. I'm seeing that things are finally moving too. All right. And what's also interesting is that you got the Sun card. Sun card is all about positivity, optimism, because I feel for the past few weeks, months, you've been in the Nine of Swords energy, all right? Something is actually making you feel all stressed out, okay? Really anxious. Some of you have been overthinking, all right? But to see the Sun card as the overall energy, this is a great sign because I'm really picking up that your attitude towards the situation, towards life in general, it's just really going to be shifting towards more on the positive side, which is beautiful, okay? So let's try to pull up another set of cards. Let's put this aside. What else, Spirit? What's in store for the collective for the month of November 2023? Ooh, cards are flying out like crazy, huh? Oh my gosh, work through your fears. And guess what? You got new moon in Scorpio. We were just talking about that. November is, of course, a Scorpio season. So yeah, work through your fears. For some of you, this is also an additional advice. And see, look at that. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Now that is so freaking beautiful, right? Hold up. Let's start off with work through your fears. Remember, I was just talking about, because that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. Like, I just couldn't come up with a very, very, yeah, good example, but I'm pretty sure some of you are getting what I'm trying to drive at. It's like maybe you've been overthinking or you thought that this is what's happening, all right? But it's just a product of your fear. So there is a warning or an advice for some of you not to overthink the situation way too much or to overanalyze, a situation way too much, because I'm hearing that it's kind of like making the situation a lot more complicated than it is. That's really what I heard, okay? So it says here, work through your fears, okay? Release any fear-based energies, and at the same time, whatever it is that the collective has been going through, know that this really difficult or tough cycle is about to end soon. So stay optimistic. Now, it makes sense why we got the Sun card, all right? Because Sun is a very positive energy. So I feel that this is a kind of like an encouragement from your spiritual team as well, or from the divine, from the universe, that, hey, all right, be positive, have faith. Release the fear, all right? It's not going to change the situation. It's going to complicate things even more, all right? So this is great news that whatever difficult cycle you've been through, that's about to end soon. Then you got the focus, and then you got the embracing card, all right? So with the focus, I feel this is it. What Spirit is kind of like saying earlier is to make sure that you try to put your focus on the positive side of things, or to shift your consciousness, right? Because you got the Sun card and then you got work through your fear. So I feel this is it. It's just echoing what was already delivered for the collective, to make sure that we all remain positive in our approach, okay? With whatever situation that we're all going through. And then he got embracing. So I'm more of like getting peace here when I saw this image, all right, where everything is still and quiet. So again, I feel that for those who are resonating with, you've been in the Nine of Swords, or you're still in the Nine of Swords energy, pay attention, okay? Make sure you put your focus on things that would uplift you, all right, or in the positive side of things, okay? Or embrace a much more positive approach in life. Because again, they're saying here that whatever difficult cycle you're going through, you're about to close it out, or things are finally going to be well. Maybe that's why I heard breakthrough, okay, at the very start of the reading. And then he got self-reflection. Let's try to pull it more. I keep on getting aha moment for some of you. It's like there's really going to be an aha moment, okay? Like, oh my gosh, now I'm seeing things a lot more clearly, all right? That is really, really strong. So it depends on what situation it is about, okay? But I'm getting an aha moment for some of you for the month of November. Okay, let's see what else. And then you also have all tied up. All right. So here's what I'm actually getting with the all tied up, self reflection, and embracing. I'm hearing, all right, again, this is related to what I just actually heard at the very start of the reading, that some of you guys may be feeling as if you're stuck in your situation. There's a lot of stagnant energies. Nothing is actually moving, okay? And so what the guides are saying, all right, that there's always a cycle, all right? But it doesn't mean that you'll be in that cycle forever, all right? So I'm actually hearing from spirit that, again, while you're going through a very tough cycle right now, while you're going through some difficulties right now, make sure that you stay balanced, you stay centered, all right? You surrender in such a way that you don't give up, of course, but you surrender the things that you are not in control of. You get what I'm saying? That's really what I'm picking up here. For others of you with a self-reflection, like what I said earlier, there is something that the collective will kind of like begin to see a lot more clearly than before, or kind of like an aha moment. Because I'm also drawn to the image of the water. Water is also intuition, okay? It's equivalent to emotions or feelings. So, well, November is the Scorpio season, and as a water sign myself, all right, we really try to listen to our intuition, to our feelings. So I'm really getting that for some of you, this is also an advice that instead of, being an anxious energy, like you're all over the place, you kept on overthinking, you kept on overanalyzing. It's like spirit guides are saying, stay put and stay still, all right? Quiet your mind. That's really what I'm hearing. Because again, if you can still remember, you got the Nine of Swords. So I feel this is the advice for the collective, to stay still, all right? To quiet the mind, because in quiet waters, all right, you can see clarity, all right? Instead of violent, crashing and thrashing type of water or violent water. So stay still, stay put. And this is going to help you to see things a lot more clearly than before, when your mind is silent, or when you're actually a lot more centered, when you're a lot more balanced emotionally as well. All right, so let's try to pull up the next set of cards. What else? What's in store for the collective for the month of November? Oh my gosh, another Scorpio card. Wow, I love the synchronicity. You got the Death card, all right? And then you got Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio. Oh my gosh, hello to my fellow Scorpios, okay? So you got Transformation, or the Death card. Let's try to pull it more. And then he got Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. So again, there's clarity with a message. I know what I'm here to do. Are you freaking kidding me? You got Transformation again. Very Scorpio energy. Wow. Oh my gosh. Very intense. So yeah, expect to feel a lot of transformational energy going on for this November month, or for the Scorpio season. Some of you may be feeling it already, all right? A lot of transformational shifts is going on. For some, I see you guys really putting an end to something, okay? Whether it is actually the viewer or the collective is going to be putting an end to something, or a situation, a really difficult situation, is finally closing out, okay? And you're off to a new start, or you're off to a new beginning. For others of you, like what I said, there's going to be clarity, all right? So if you've been kind of like feeling really confused, you can't put your finger on it, you're not sure what to do, like what I said, something is going to make sense, all right? And that is great. Another thing that I'm also getting here as well. But this is probably for just one or two people checking out this collective reading. I'm actually hearing, although this is very specific, I'm hearing that somebody watching this collective reading, you've been in a really tough cycle in which either you kept on blaming yourself for the things that didn't work out right in your life. I'm hearing somebody's been blaming themselves, all right? Like it was my fault. I shouldn't have, done that. Now things are a lot more difficult. I don't know what this for, but I'm actually hearing from the spirit that this is just a very specific message for someone checking out this collective reading. And whoever you are, all right? Well, the message for you is that everything happened for a reason, okay? Maybe before or even right now, as you're actually watching it, it's not making any sense yet. But sooner or later, maybe that's why I heard an aha moment for the collective. It's going to be, making sense for you. All right. That everything happened for a reason. Even though it's really difficult, even though it was really painful or heartbreaking, it did happen for a reason. And you will be able to see why those things happen. All right. What is it teaching you? Because I'm drawn to this woman holding the scroll. All right. I'm even hearing this is actually in preparation for your spiritual ascension. I'm also getting that. I keep on hearing the word ascension, by the way. Yeah, with all these transformational shifts. So very intense energy, because Scorpio is an intense sign. Okay, but let's see. Let's try to pull out more cards. Oh, yes, look at that. Moonlight and then strength. Right. So I'm getting a lot of sad energies for others of you, okay? But I feel that this has been going on for quite some time, okay? So I'm just really getting here that, yeah, it's more like an advice from spirit to make sure that you stay balanced. Look at this lady over here. She's balancing herself while she's holding this huge, globe, all right? And so I'm getting here that this is a perfect time for the collective to make sure that whenever you guys are feeling overwhelmed or whenever we are feeling overwhelmed, especially with the intense energies that has been going on, not just for this, November season or it's been going on for quite some time already, in which the energies are just so icky, okay, thick, and very, very heavy. Try to balance, all right? Just like with this lady over here, ground. Yeah, grounding is very, very important. Go into Mother Nature. Look at that. With this image of the globe, and then there's a tree, okay? So every time you feel very much overwhelmed, make sure that you, again, try to shift your consciousness. You put your focus not on your fears, all right? And again, balance. Keep yourself centered, especially for those who are still feeling, yeah, these intense energies, all right? But let's see. Let's try to pull up another card here. Oh, yes, because I was just talking about, like, for every ending, there's a new beginning. Remember, you got the death card, okay? And then you got a tough cycle is about to end, or a tough cycle, or the end of a tough cycle approaches. So, yeah, death, which is a Scorpio card, all right, is all about endings, okay? And yeah, you're moving towards a new beginning. We just talked about that earlier. So stay strong with the strength card over here. Stay balanced, be patient. That's also what I'm hearing, because I'm drawn to this image of the woman. It's as if that she's waiting for something at the balcony, right? Because there's an hourglass right beside her. Okay? So be patient, be strong, because you're off to a new start soon. All right? This difficult cycle that you're going through is finally going to be close out. And that is great news. All right, let's try to pull up more. For others of you, I'm hearing, a different message, by the way, because it's a collective reading. Some of you, maybe it's hard for you to let go of something, okay? But as you let go, as you have the courage now to finally, accept things and acknowledge the situation and just move forward, yeah, you would see some positive shifts happening. Yep. Then you got Unfinished Symphony. Wow, you got Gifted. All right. Very interesting. There's 2 cards about creativity. And then you have Connection. All right. Oh my gosh, really? So I'm carrying a very specific message right now just by looking at these cards. Number one, there is also a possibility. Remember, I was talking about some of you are going to be getting some sort of like a message, whether it's actually somebody reaching out to you, talking to you, whether it's an important announcement or something that you've been waiting for. Yeah, I see it here. All right. So this is another validation from spirit. Some of you are really going to be getting some sort of like a message, a letter, or somebody reaching out to you. Okay. I'm really getting that. And that is really nice. And I feel this is something that's going to be making a lot of you happy. All right. Some of you thought that it's over. Some of you thought that, yeah, there's no hope. I keep on hearing that. But whatever this news is or the message that you are going to be getting is really going to make you feel so happy. All right. And then another message that's coming through is that for some of you guys, for the month of November, either there's also going to be, yeah, I'm more of like hearing salary increase. Somebody is either going to be promoted here watching this collective reading, because I keep on hearing salary increase. Yeah, so either, or if it's actually a new job that you are about to, yeah, take, or maybe you've applied for a new job for some of you. This is a really, really great, career opportunity, because I'm really seeing growth here for you, plus an increase in your money or in your finances. Okay. I really got that. Especially if you're a Capricorn, I'm hearing that. Somebody is a Capricorn. It was so strong. All right. So yeah, let's see. What else? Okay, next you got Healing the Heart. See, moderation, balance. Oh, yeah. We were just talking about that earlier. I feel this is also a month in which the collective is being encouraged to really balance their feelings and emotions, all right? Especially things are really overwhelming. There's a lot of intense energies, all right? So this is a month in which everybody's being encouraged to make sure that they balance their emotions. Again, Scorpio is a very intense sign. Okay, it is a water sign. So emotional energies are really, really present here for some of you. Okay, that's more of like what I'm getting when I saw this Healing the Heart, which had something to do with feelings and emotions, plus with the green over here, heart chakra. Okay. Nurture, right? This is a perfect time for the collective as well to again make sure that you take good care of yourself, because we've seen at the very start of the reading that there's a lot of stressful, anxious energy, all right? And since it's not even going to help you find a solution to your problem by overstressing yourself, by over worrying, overthinking, try to get yourself balanced, all right? Heal. Take a break, balance your emotions or your energy. Okay. That's really the energy as well as the message I'm getting with all of these 3 cards. Okay, so let's see what else. Let's try this one. Let's try the career cards. I feel like pulling up 3 from this deck. Or money cards. Okay. Oh, I see. Because you got job loss, termination of employment. Okay. Now we're seeing a clearer picture here. Then he got selling. Woo. And then he got debt. Okay. Now it makes sense why some of the collective checking out this collective reading. It's really, um, giving me a lot of anxious energy, all right? And that's because for some of you guys, maybe there are some issues around your career, around your job or business, all right? Now, we saw here 3 heavy cards, or especially 2, with the debt card and the job loss. So I feel that for some of you, this has already happened. Um, and I even heard earlier that maybe if you applied for a new job or you tried to look for a new job or a new career out there, I'm really hearing from Spirit that this is actually a very promising one because there's growth in whatever type of career this is for you, plus salary increase. And remember, you got the death card, which makes sense. So if something ended, all right, with a job loss or termination of employment, there is going to be a replacement. There's also going to be a new beginning, okay? So release your anxiety, release your worries, although it's understandable. But then again, if it's not really going to be changing the situation anyway, or it's not really going to give you the solution, then don't waste your energy, all right? Take good care of yourself. That's why I got the nurture card. Some of you guys, I'm really seeing here that this is the cycle that's about to close out. So if you've been in a period or a cycle of debt, okay, or some issues around in your career, business, okay, again, this tough cycle that you're going through is about to end. If you notice, you have a lot of cards around ending, and then you got the Ace of Wands, which is talking about a new start or a new beginning, okay? Some of you will definitely be pursuing a different type of career. I'm also getting that some of you are also going to be more of like interested in coming up with your own business. Not for all of you, okay? But I'm hearing that, especially for those who are resonating with maybe you just lost your job, all right? But somebody's really going to be thinking of, why don't I just put up my own business? Maybe you're going to be selling something as well, all right? And yeah, I'm actually, really hearing very strongly that this is even far more better, right? It's like there is a blessing in disguise kind of thing, that what you thought you lost was just really heartbreaking or was really painful, but it's actually being replaced by something far more better, all right? And here you are, you're going to be realizing that now it makes sense why things ended, all right? Because I'm just being redirected to something far more better for me, something a lot more beautiful, right? That's really what I'm getting for someone out there. Maybe that's why, if you can still remember, I actually heard a very specific message from Spirit that maybe it's not making sense to you right now. Do you remember that? That's really the strong message that I heard. Like, things are not making sense right now, but sooner or later you will. You will understand why all of these things, or why all of those things actually happen. So yeah, wow, this is so nice. Let's pull up some fortune cards now. What else? What's in store for the collective for the month of November 2023? I can't believe it. And then a month from now, it's already December. We're about to move towards 2024. My gosh. Wow. All right, you got goldfish, increase in material wealth, or spiritual growth. Are you kidding me? You were just talking about that. Remember I said something about salary increase for some of you? Okay, now it says increase in material wealth. And then I also heard from Spirit about spiritual growth or ascension. Go back to what I said earlier. Now it says here, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Wow. That is amazing. What else? Someone new is entering your life. Okay. So for some of you, there's a new person, whether this is love related, okay, or maybe a new friend, all right, because again, it's a collective reading. Either you will be you'll be meeting a new person out there, whether it's somebody that you are going to be close with, or somebody's going to be helping in your situation, or it can also be love related. And then, wow, you got the boat card. And this boat card is actually talking about money. Yeah, it says here money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, money, 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 increase material wealth. Now he got money, which is interesting because maybe you've been in a period of debt, okay? That's why I said earlier, this tough cycle that you're going through, either you lost your job or you lost a huge amount of money, you got yourself into some really, really terrible debt, okay? That cycle is just really going to be closing out soon because we're seeing here material wealth or money coming in. Okay, what is this? An announcement. Oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? At the very start of this reading, I even used the word announcement because, again, as a clear audit, whatever it is that I specifically heard from Spirit, I'm just going to deliver it, all right? So if you can still remember the very start of this reading, I actually heard from Spirit, they're saying, like, some of you are going to be getting some sort of like a message or an announcement, an important announcement. And it's really positive, all right? That's more like the energy I'm getting. So yeah, expect that there is some announcement for others of you. And then whatever this is, maybe you're being encouraged to act upon it, all right, or to act on it, either grab this opportunity for others of you. That's also what I'm hearing. But yeah, Lion is all about bravery and courage. And then earlier you got work through your fears. So if I'm going to be reading this intuitively, this is a time, all right, for the collective to stay courageous, to stay brave, okay, and to release any fear-based energies. Plus, if we can still remember, because you got the Hangman in reverse. And Hangman is putting things on hold, all right? So maybe some of the collective is being encouraged that now is the time to act. Not to procrastinate, but to act on something. But of course, it's not to say that you're going to be just making a decision right away without thinking about it, all right? Don't overanalyze it. Don't overthink. But yes, it's necessary that you review it carefully before you act on something. But I'm getting here with this time to act, that this is the perfect time for some of you guys to either grab something, either it's an opportunity or to act upon what you have been planning to do, all right? That's also what I'm getting here. Ooh, a lot of cards. Let's just get one more. Okay, what is this? Ooh, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Ooh, okay. So again, it's very intense. If you notice, with all the cards that we pulled up, it's really, showing me a lot of intense emotions or energies, which is, again, not quite surprising because Scorpio is an intense sign. So the season is really, really intense for us for the month of November. And maybe that's why there is an advice for the collective to make sure that we try to stay centered. We try to balance our feelings and emotions. All right. Okay. Let's try to pull up a fortune card. And then I'm just going to be pulling up some, what do you call this? Affirmation cards for you guys, a message too, plus some crystals that you can also work with, especially for the month of November. But let's start off with a fortune card now. Anything else, Spirit? What's in store? What are the energies for the collective? Oops, that card got mixed up. There you go. Oh my gosh, now you got the Sun. Whoa. You got the Sun card as the overall energy at the very beginning of this reading. Now you got the Sun card from this fortune deck. So let's go to page 28 real quick. Okay, let's see here. There you go. It says growth in personal relationships, newfound optimism. See? Because again, Sun is all about positivity and optimism. Okay, so it says here you're feeling much more optimistic and enthusiastic about everything, and your life will be enriched through all of this positive energy, right? After going through a really difficult cycle, maybe, because if you can still remember at the very start of the reading, there's a lot of heavy energies, right? A lot of intense energies, a lot of overthinking, right? But then again, the overall energy when we started this reading, got the Sun card. So I feel that it's being replaced by something a lot more positive, or you are suddenly going to be seeing some shifts. Because again, you got the transformation card. So for some of you, either it's an advice to make sure that you stay optimistic in your situation, or to put your focus on positivity. But I'm also seeing some shifts for some of you, especially if you've been in that period of gloom, okay, devastation. That's really what I'm hearing, okay? Because again, the Sun card is talking about you feeling a lot more optimistic about your life, about yourself, or this is also talking about your newfound confidence, all right, which will help you leaving past struggles behind. And that makes sense because you got the Death card. So some of you are finally going to be putting an end to something. And by putting an end to something, it's just going to make you feel so good. All right. Like, wow, like something was taken out of your chest. Now, if it's all about career or finances, it says here, dynamic goal attraction will keep you busy and on your toes. Plus, look at this. Difficult financial times will be put behind as you start attracting opportunities for financial security and growth on the career front. Isn't that so amazing? Wow. We were just talking about like maybe because we've seen the job loss. You also got the debt card, and that's spelled as DEBT, right? The debt card. But remember, you got a tough cycle is about to come to a close, or it's going to be closed out, right? So yeah, this is another validation with the Sun card that you got, which says difficult financial times will be put behind because you're starting to attract opportunities, all right, for financial security and growth, which makes sense now why you got this goldfish card, which is talking about an increase in material wealth. Plus, you got the boat card, which is also talking about money, 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 windfalls of money. Wow, I'm so freaking happy for you guys. Now, if you're actually also curious about the relationship section of the Sun card, it says here, this is a wonderful period for emotional happiness around your whole family. If you're actually single, this card indicates the beginning of a strong new relationship. Well, you actually got a new person is coming in. So for those who are single, there is a possibility of you meeting a new person out there. All right. If it's also love related, and then if you are already in a relationship, then you would see some positive growth within that relationship. Okay. Somebody is also going to be pregnant. Yeah, not for all of you, because this is also related to fertility. Wow, isn't that so nice? All right, so here's what we're going to be doing. First, let's actually pull up some message for you. And then I'll be pulling up some affirmation that you can actually work with, plus some crystals too. Okay. Message for the collective, please. Okay, let's see here. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow, so it is necessary to experience the difficult times. That's when you will grow the most. There's always light at the end of a dark tunnel. Oh my gosh. Now, this is such a wonderful reading. It's also quite creepy because of the synchronicities. We were just talking about that, right? About the difficult cycle that everybody's going through, okay, in which a lot of the collective are feeling hopeless, like you probably felt as if that you've reached a dead end, all right? Like you're feeling very much miserable. And like what I said, 2023 if you add that up in numerology, it's number 7. This is a very spiritual period for the year 2023. Okay. And there's also some, yeah, some things going on where it's all about the religion, right? I really don't want to be so specific about that, okay? But I'm pretty sure some of you are kind of like getting what I'm trying to say with all the wars going on, all right? Um, and yeah, I'm not really surprised because, again, 7 is a spiritual number. This is also a year in which our faith will be put to a test, okay? If you notice that. And I feel that this is really playing out for most of the people, all right, for most of the collective, in which it's really going to be testing your faith. If you're going to remain strong despite of the difficult times, are you still going to be holding on to what we don't really see, which is actually faith, even though things are really, really kind of like impossible or it's really, really difficult. So again, with this message over here, don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow. So it is necessary to experience in difficult times. That's when you will grow the most. I feel that this is also the message earlier for someone out there, because I keep on hearing it from spirit, in which somebody kept on blaming themselves. Like, why is this happening to me? All right. Or you're blaming someone why things actually, happened. And again, at the end of the day, for whoever this is for, because I feel this is still your message too. Again, everything happened for a reason. All right. And it says, don't lose sight of this truth. There is something that you needed to see. Okay. And I feel what you also needed to see is that all of these heavy, bad, positive or negative experiences, it's helping each of us to grow. Okay. It depends on how you're going to be perceiving it. Okay. And yes, we all go through a lot of difficult times. We all go through a lot of challenges in life, but that's how we're growing, okay, from. So just have faith, because it says here, there is always light at the end of a really dark tunnel. And that's why I got the sun twice, right? Light. Oh my gosh, I so freaking love this reading. So before we wrap things up, I'm going to be pulling up some affirmation for you guys, and then some crystals that you can also work with for the month of November. All right, let's see here. Affirmation for the collective. Ooh, there's a lot. Okay, you got 2. Oh my gosh, you got prosperity. What is this? Ooh, 2 prosperity cards. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of money cards here, okay, for the collective. So let's start off with this one. So if you're resonating with maybe, almost everybody, of course, because of the inflation, because of the crisis that's been going on globally, right? It's not a surprise that everybody's going through a lot of financial trouble, all right? So if you're also resonating with that experience, or with this current experience of yours, you may want to work with this affirmation around prosperity, okay? So let me just actually put it closer to the camera. You may want to pause it or write it down if this is going to help you guys, all right? So here's your affirmation. It says, I am worthy of more prosperity, and I open my heart and hands to receive it now. Wow, this is a time for the collective to receive, okay? To receive blessings, to be open to receive blessings, financial abundance, all right? So yeah, you may want to work with that affirmation. Another prosperity affirmation card is this. It says, the more I take care of myself, the more prosperous I am. Wow, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense, you guys, why I got the nurture card, right? And that's the message for the collective, to make sure that you take good care of yourself. And that's part of the affirmation here, which says, the more I take good care of myself, the more prosperous I am. Again, there's really something about growth, because tree, it represents growth, wisdom as well, or knowledge, right? Wow. I so freaking love this reading. So before we end things, Let me just pull up a crystal for you guys that you may want to work with. Ooh, that was fast. What is this? Tanzanite. Wow, I love Tanzanite. This is so beautiful. Wow, and it's part of the 12 synergy stones as well. I do have a Tanzanite. It's just really, really small like this one because I was trying to collect all of the synergy stones and it's hard to collect all 12 of them. But anyway, the collective can also work with this beautiful Tanzanite crystal, okay? It says transmutation, illumination, and psychic. Okay, let's read it. It says, connecting you to spiritual realms and beyond, Tanzanite assists in living with more awareness and bringing spirituality into your day to day. It helps navigate your journey between altered states of consciousness, from deep meditation to accessing psychic powers. Metaphysical abilities are enhanced with the stone, creating a direct line of communication between you and your spiritual team. Tanzanite unveils your true path, transmuting the old into the new and acknowledging that the road is ever winding. Your journey is in constant flow. Trust your path. Wow. Some of you are probably Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Okay. Well, what a way to end this reading. Like everything is just connected, right? With all the cards that we pulled up and the messages that I actually heard from Spirit. But yeah, if you notice, there's really something about endings and then new beginnings because this crystal is going to help you, okay? Again, to transmute maybe old stagnant energies that are no longer serving you and transform it into the new. That's why I got the transformation card twice. And again, Scorpio season is all about transformation. All right. And Scorpio is all about change. So, yeah, expect some positive shifts or some intense things going on as well for some of you for this month of November. But yeah, it's all about transformation, you guys. All right. And before we end things or before we end the reading, I would like to greet all of my fellow Scorpios out there a happy, happy, and blessed birthday. All right. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.